Hello, orienteering friends. Welcome to the Czech Masters race. These are basically relays. The first day it's just men and women relays, also mix, but those are the typical free leg relays. Here I'm taking the yeah taking to run from my colleague. I was running the third third leg, or third position in the relay. The weather was nice. Great for running, definitely. It was a long time, a long way to the maps and to the map start here. And I will start when the map will correct itself. So to the first control, I was initially trying to follow the edge of the meadow, and here I was trying to get to the good position so I can take a bearing and go straight to control number 1, because here you can see that the forest for the most part is just a nice runnable forest. It was uphill, but not so much. It was beginning of the race, so it wasn't at first it wasn't that hard for me. Here at this road I got a little bit unsure, because I wasn't able to see the vegetation properly, so I was kind of undecisive. I saw the boulders, and then once I got here to this semi-runnable forest, I kind of understood where I'm supposed to go. and cut it through this forest somewhat here to this narrow ride, and then just went straight along this narrow ride to my first control. As you can see, the controls are farsted a little bit, so yeah, my control was the middle one, right behind the hilltop. Okay, to control number 2, at first I wasn't really running like according to the bearing. First I tried to get to that small path that goes yeah, here along sort of the vegetation boundary. Here, yeah, I tripped over some branches and sort of hurt my middle finger on my right arm, where I usually carry the chip. But at this point I didn't really notice it. The adrenaline was calming the pain. So now I use the but I use this path road to get again to some sort of a plateau, or flatter part of this hill. And now I went I tried to went straight to control number 2. I noticed on the map that the control is basically at the hilltop or near the hilltop, so I was focusing on that, and it was quite easy to get to control number 2 here. Here to number 3, I basically took the bearing, but first I wanted to get out of this semi-runnable forest. Here it wasn't, at least to me, it wasn't really clear where is the junction, so I stopped briefly and looked around. Obviously now I know where I'm going. I mean, I noticed the junction, and now I just followed the road and then like straight to the first little hill here. I was expecting the control to be here, where are these stones, rocks, or a stone field, and yeah, here I'm looking for the control, but I think it was too early. The control is right here. Yeah. So yeah, this was sort of easy because it was really near the road. Now I don't. This is, where am I going? Because I know that my fourth control was against some sort of stones. Yeah, so on some sort of small like a curvature. So yeah, it's here. Yeah, so this is my control, and now the fifth control was the same for all of us, as I can see. And yeah, I was basically trying to follow the vegetation boundary here. And then when I was at the edge of it, I just took a turn a little bit to the right, straight to the control. Here even it was easy because I'm running through some narrow ride, so that was kind of nice. And I was looking at the contours. I knew that there is a hilltop on my right, and you know, I have to a little bit go uphill, but I obviously tried to avoid going straight up. And here I'm closely trying to follow the contour, getting to the top, and then sort of straight to my control number 5. And during this race there was also a lot of runners, so in that sense it was kind of easy because you could see still someone around some controls, so you had at least I had easier life thanks to this. Now to control number 6, I basically just try to follow these narrow rides here, and then again taking the bearing, or honestly I wasn't really taking a bearing, I just went a little bit to the right, but in this case I should have taken the bearing, really using the compass, because I just basically ran straight here in this corner of the path, and I should have been going more to the right, so I got a little bit lost here and probably lost like a half a minute, maybe a minute, I don't know here, because as you can see I'm going around this non-runnable or semi-runnable forest, and I'm starting to look for the control here, but actually I should have been I should have been running more to the right. I don't know how I realized it, maybe I again saw someone running there, but here you can see how I'm losing time. Yeah, I think when I saw this guy running into this other forest, I realized that I went too much to the left. So again, kind of lucky. I think I would eventually figure it out anyway. And yeah, so here I think that was one of the mistakes here. Probably at the end, when I'm looking at it, it was at least a minute. Now to my control number 7. I was, yeah, let's put it this way, I was probably too lazy when I saw the hill and I didn't want to go straight. Probably, when I'm looking at it now, at this point, maybe a little bit later, if I would go straight here and cross the hill, I would be probably faster because it was shorter, but I decided to go around along this road. I thought that running through the forest would be slower, and then when I was attacking the control, I first hit one of the far-stit control. So again I lost some time here, you will see, but I will skip to control 7 and go from there. So as you saw, I quickly realized that my control is in fact a little bit further. Now to control number 8. Again, basically I was just thinking, okay, let's get out of this sort of difficult terrain and get to some proper road or something. Here I just followed this small path to the bigger one, to the road basically, and then went straight up to my control number 8. Here to control number 9, I'm not sure if this if there was a route choice or not, but it was across the big hill. I decided to go along that narrow ride, and I wanted to get to that narrow ride that passes through that non-runnable forest. I think maybe I should have just, because I didn't really manage to hit that narrow ride that goes through that non-runnable forest at a first try. So I think that I should have just continued around that non-runnable forest downwards, you know. But I decided to go along and to follow my initial plan. So at the end, I came a little bit lower, and I had to climb up back to that narrow ride, and from that, after I passed the non-runnable forest, I basically took a bearing, and I think I was quite successful on hitting the control number 9. But here I think I could have just continued down around that non-runnable forest, and it would be probably similar time here. And now to control number 10, again I did a mistake here. I was thinking that I will go around and along the road at first, but then this guy was still in front of me, and I was like, he's probably running the same way as I do, and I don't want to follow anyone. So I decided to cut it through the forest, which was a bad idea, because at the end I wasn't that precise, and I got to one of these narrow rides and then hit one of the fastest controls, and it wasn't mine. So yeah, the road at the end was the best solution, I think, for me at least, because here I just got lost. I wouldn't say lost, but I didn't attack the control precisely, and I had to get back to that road, reorient myself, and then find the control. And that guy, again, he basically passed in front of me, and he was there first, so yeah. So basically I was trying 2 times to get to my control number 10. I wasn't very happy about it, but yeah, the guy who I was trying to avoid again surpassed me, and here basically he sort of lead the way for me to control number 11. I remember seeing him in front of me somewhere. Here I wanted to first follow the road a little bit and then cut it straight through the forest. So as you can see, I'm doing quite well here. But again, as I said, I was seeing the guy, so I had some rough estimation where the control could be, because there were people in front of me. And yeah, basically the same situation to control number 12. And now, as you can see, it was the same control for all of us. I took the bearing, that's for sure, but here I'm trying just to go around some non-runnable forests. And yeah, but again, I see the guy in front of me and I know that he's running the same category because he was at the same controls, right? And so then I just followed him. I was like, well, he's probably like going to the same control, and anyways. Now control number 13 was probably a little bit more challenging because he gained on me, and yeah, here this guy was like signing to me, go run. But my plan was to take a bearing and run to these non-runnable forests with those narrow rides, and then use those narrow rides to get to control number 13. So here I wanted to get to the entrance of one of these narrow rides. That guy again in front of me, so kind of easy, let's say, but what can I say, like sometimes it happens like that. But now in this small maze it was more difficult because obviously he's in front of me, but I wasn't really seeing him that much. For example, now at this point I looked to my right and I didn't notice that he turned right here. So now this was my own decision. Obviously I could see that there were some paths already done, or some runners were already running there. That's what I wanted to say. Here I got a little bit confused because it looked like there was a path, but now I got to the correct one. Again, I saw him in front of me, so I ran straight to my control number 13, and here to control number 14. How did I do that? Okay, so I'm first, yeah, I was trying to get to that narrow ride that goes down, so that's probably this one. Now why I'm hesitating? Yeah, probably I was just adjusting and orienting my map because I wasn't sure. The non-runnable forests usually confuse me, so at least from the orientation point of view, so I usually have to really be careful in those cases. But here I'm going well. Yeah, and the control was here, really easy. Again, other people there as well. Control number 15 was more about the bearing. So here I took the bearing and then saw this like a small hilltop, let's say. So I was trying to follow that one. I think I didn't have to run that high here. I'm probably going a little bit too much to the left, but here I corrected myself. Looks like I'm not very confident at this point, but yeah, that guy was still there, so I was running the same way as he did. And obviously again there are some other runners going to the control, so I was quite confident that there will be my control. Control number 16. I know that it was a little bit difficult for me to orient here because all these narrow rides and small clearings, they made me a little bit uneasy, and it was sort of difficult for me to read the map. And yeah, but I was like trying to get to the big road, let's say. Not sure why I'm here adjusting. Maybe I just lost some kind of orientation. I wasn't sure where am I guess. But now I'm at the big road, big like clearing here, so now I knew where I am, so I was more confident. I started running, and again I was trying to catch up that guy in front of me. I'm not sure if he had the same far-stick control or not, but my control was the one a little bit further, I think. Yeah, the middle one. So I will be getting to the control shortly, just to the right after the or behind this non-renewable forest, and it was quite visible. I think it's this one. No, it's not. Okay, yeah, it's not the one. So my control is a little bit here. Yeah, okay. So we had same control here. Now number 17 here, for some reason I was more confident, I think, with the direction. For some reason, I don't know why, but I felt quite confident and just went straight to control 17. I know that when I was closing in, and I got a little bit distracted or something, and I lost my confidence for a bit. But pretty much here as you can see, I'm running very well. And I remember that I wasn't really even taking a bearing like with a compass, you know. I remember just I had that sense sort of, and I came right to the control here. Maybe I saw someone in the distance going from the control, I don't know. Now to control number 18, as you can see, basically a road running, so I will speed it up a little bit. So this was sort of control that is like a pre-warning control, I don't know. Now to control number 19, again, this is like a control for a spectator, you know. Now we will be going through the arena, so I saw some of my teammates cheering for me, which was nice, but you can speed it up. So during this pass through the arena, I was looking which way to go to control number 20, basically uphill, and yeah, I was trying to hit one of these narrow rides, but as you saw, I turned too early. And I got to this other narrow ride. It wasn't my initial plan to get here. I remember that at this point the hill here was, for me, it felt very steep, so I wasn't running for some part of it. Now it seems that it got a little bit less steep because I see myself running, which is strange. I think I was pretty tired at this point, and yeah, I'm still going sort of nicely in a good direction. Now I got to the narrow ride that I should have taken from the very beginning, I think, and yeah, I saw somebody going uphill, so I went that direction. I was honestly quite surprised that the control is there. I was like, why they did it to us? I was so tired. And now to control 21, well, I wanted to go, or I decided to go around the non-runnable forests here. So how said it? I basically went back a little bit here, and then around, and yeah, I think I was too tired, and I didn't read the map properly, and I came to the first narrow ride that was going out of these non-runnable forests, and then I was expecting to see the control right below me, but it was actually more to the left, as you can see, and that threw me off, and I started running here and there, and probably lost another minute and a half, because I basically didn't estimate it, or didn't like properly estimated the distance. I didn't take the proper bearing here. Yeah, I thought that this is like the second narrow ride, but it was actually the first one. So now I'm going down, thinking that the control will be somewhere here, but the control was more to the left. Then I went back. Yeah. because I saw some other control there, but it was stupid. Here again you can see this is the guy that I was chasing, and yeah, now I'm at the control. It's not mine, so I'm going back. I should have turned around much more sooner. This was a mistake and probably cost me one place. Yeah. Okay, it seems that he also got lost. So now we will be running together to the last control. Okay, probably I saw the control here. Okay, that's funny. So he got lost as well. Anyway, somebody passed by, so that was probably one of our competitors here. Now control number 22, I think I just followed someone in front of me. As you can see, that was the easiest thing to do at this point. And then yeah, control number 22, I think I sort of went straight to the road, I guess, and then straight to the finish. So to be honest, the race felt sort of easy from the navigation point of view, because there were many other runners. But as you can see, even with all the runners around, I still did a couple mistakes, and yeah, but other than that, it was nice forest, and I enjoyed the run, and these relays are always good fun. You know, it's more social, let's say. So I hope you enjoyed and had fun watching it, and see you at the next video, where again I'm running the I'm at that point I will be running the first leg of the 5 people relay. So cheers, bye.
A je to něco, co zajímá teda i nás, protože předběžně plánujeme